Hey, fellow babies, welcome to the 42 show for 35 minutes of the news you need. I don't know, we'll figure it out, but that's how it is. First off, we got to get right to what everybody wants to know. Well, one of two things, but it's mugshot watch. So we'll get right to Amy and see what Donald's rump is up to now.
Hello, everybody. Good to see you all here. Yes, we've got some issues with Donald Trump. He's going to be turning himself in this evening. Sadly, we won't have the mugshots like we promised, but we should have them for tomorrow. So we can definitely make fun of him tomorrow. Woohoo!
Oh, I hope so.
Exactly. Yes, and right now, mostly what he's doing is he's been repeatedly talking about how Atlanta is such a crime-ridden place, and trying to deflect and distract from the trouble he's in. So, how much trouble is Trump in? It's not just Georgia. Donald Trump currently faces multiple criminal and civil cases. In the latest episode of The Briefing Room, David Aronovich and guests discussed which were the most serious, what they mean for his presidential campaign, and asked whether the U.S. Constitution could prevent him from taking office. So these are the good things that we're going to be discussing in the near future, I am sure. This is probably something I'm going to want to cover on the Uncalled For at some point in time, because this is very interesting. So,
So at the top there, it says witch hunt. Are you sure that's just not an advert for a new magazine about hunting? They spelt it wrong, but you know, journalists.
Yeah. He's from Salem, so you never know, right?
Exactly. Well, we did have a funny comment in the chat to impeach him again. It'll stick this time. Well, actually, it doesn't have to. He's already done his own crimes. He's already woohoo, you know.
Something's sticky, that's for sure.
Exactly. So this crooked guy, it's great. He's so that's what we're waiting for now. Last I knew, he had left Bedminster, New Jersey. He was on his way down to Atlanta, Georgia, to turn himself in. So hopefully we'll get some good mugshots to. Yeah, this will be his first. Because all the other times they said they didn't need them because everybody knows who he is, obviously.
Yeah,
you can't miss that hair. I'm sorry.
I'd like to point out the second point on this little bit of a slide right here. The former president will likely be fingerprinted and have his hashtag mugshot taken at Fulton County Jail in Atlanta. Hey, Fulton, isn't that where Johnny Cash did a...
Yeah. He shot a man to watch him die. Now, the thing is, when this mugshot comes out, how many T-shirts do you think are going to be available everywhere?
We'll have one.
Yeah, everybody is going to be putting it on a T-shirt.
I can't wait. Yeah,
or a mug.
Yeah, it'll be Baby Sharksky holding the rope with Trump on the other end of it.
This is what Dayglow looks like, and it'll be all orange. Or Patrick West says, "Orange man in orange clothing." LOL.
You could have it put onto a high vis jacket to make it more, high vis.
Yeah. There we go. Yes, he's definitely going to be high visit. He's going to glow in the dark. It's going to be quite pretty.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's going to look like a Frenchman that's really angry about traffic cameras or something.
Oops.
But
cracked me up.
But that's excellent news all around. Well, unless you're one of those really hardcore Republicans, and then it sucks to be you because your godlike figurehead is going to jail. But what are you going to do?
But don't worry, that when we get to cover the debates from last night, there was one guy who was him on steroids, and it was quite interesting. That's something else I'd like to look at too. That debate last night was something else.
Totally.
But he could be his running mate but then again, he could show him up. So we'll see.
know,
We'll see what happens.
Amy, at this point, running mate, cellmate, I'm not sure there's a difference.
I'm not sub to modern day debates. I missed it. I hate flat Earth discussions.
Exactly. Yeah, Vivek is trying to beat Trump at Trump. That's what. Very true, Justin. It's really quite funny. And, yeah.
I love it.
It's very crazy. He's still leading in the polls. It's just incredible.
It's unbelievable.
As of last night when I looked, he was at 51%, and the next person was like at 9%.
Holy shit! I gotta have a sound for that.
Does the blue screen of death make a noise?
It's going to, because we're about to make that gag.
Well, I think we're gonna need that pretty soon, especially if but that was from 538 that I got that from. They're really good at polling for all of these things. That's the one I usually go to. So we'll have to keep an eye on that.
Yeah,
definitely.
Well, tomorrow there'll be an update again, for sure.
Catalin is right. She says the blue screen of death is like a silent fart.
Yeah. And we've got more tales of arrest here because DK brings us another one that's just odd.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is a stupid story. The crooked house of two arrested on suspicion of arson with intent to endanger life after fire at Britain's wonkiest pub. Now this story has been dragging on for a little while now because this famous pub, the Crooked House, was, it was going to be shut down and closed, and so everyone was going, oh no, boo hoo hoo. So everyone was going out saying, save the pub, and then the brewery sold the pub to a private individual. Who knows what that was? 2 weeks later, it suddenly burned down. So it seems like two have been arrested on suspicion of arson. Now, the other funny thing about this is the Crooked House. It's called the Crooked House. Now, journalists aren't too happy about that because they have to find other ways to describe it because it's already called the Crooked House.
Oh yeah.
So like in this case, it's called at Britain's quote wonkiest pub because they couldn't call it the Crooked Pub because it's already called the Crooked House.
Yeah, you can't say the Crooked House because it just becomes stupid. Like, can't you guys hire somebody without a stutter to deliver the news?
So every time you see an article about this, they have to come up. They've got the thesaurus out to try and tell a different story or a different name for it. Anyway, a 66-year-old man from Dudley and a 33-year-old from Milton Keynes, yes, that place does exist, were arrested on suspicion of arson and intent to endanger life. They remain in custody and are being questioned by officers while the investigation continues. Yeah. This building is famed for its wonky walls, yet crooked, and floors due to mining
and
related
wonky
substances.
Tenants. I mean, come on now, right?
No, wanky. So it was going to be demolished early this month, but then suddenly it,
can anybody
burned down a little bit.
Can anybody with a Nigerian accent say, no, bad wiring for me?
No, bad wiring. Yeah. Well, the pub, it opened as a pub in the 18th century. Burned down 2 weeks after it was sold by pub company Marsden's to a private buyer.
I would love because it's public property. See, if it because it's a public business and everything on public, in the public, I would be able to look this stuff up in North America. I don't know about you guys, but I would love to see if the new owners just happen to have seriously overvalued it for the insurance policy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And suddenly bought a big box of matches.
Yeah, and a Ferrari.
They bought stock in a match factory. Yeah.
So this story goes on. Sorry, Abby, go on.
That's all right. No, I just wanted to just get this super chat really quick. We've got one
okay.
from Jean-Marc Pagan Owl for Canadian $5. Says, "Look at my name. No hunting witches and heathens." Thank you so much.
That's a good one.
It is. Sorry about that.
That's all right. Yeah, so there was a sit-down protest was held on the lane leading to the now demolished building, with some campaigners attending to witness the work taking place. It's like a sit-down protest. That's called a pub. The funny thing is, okay, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but the funny thing is after the place burned down, the total demolition of the site has not been sanctioned by South Staffordshire Council, which said it only permitted for the top floor to be demolished over safety concerns. But the funny thing is, I can't find where it says it now. But they're basically going to keep the bricks and the foundations in place.
What?
Why?
Yeah.
Why? I've lost where it said that, but that's the most funny part of it. It's just they're going to keep. Yeah, they're just going to keep it there as a pile of rubble, so you can still go and visit it.
Yeah, but that's traditional. You can't, that's like one of those communities in Britain where they're so traditional that they all die of like consumption and stuff. They never heard of like AIDS and cancer. These fucking people,
No, you never drunk British beer. That you'll never get that sort of stuff with British beer. So that's everything from pub news.
That was a good one, dude. Good one. Slightly more serious and worrying, something I wanted to bring up for sure. Iran, coming up with the anniversary of Masha Amani, they have just done the first of some roundups of activists and relatives of hers and people they know and whatnot, because they're already trying to stem off a 1-year anniversary. Let's call it a party for freedom, shall we? But so once again, Iran proving that, they're not going to let Russia be the only complete pieces of shit on this planet, and they're fighting for their spot too.
Exactly. And they're rising back to the top again. It's usually the crap on the pond. Usually the junk always rises to the top again. And here we go again. It's just their human rights violations are just absolutely ridiculous. And it continues and continues on. And
the amount of trees you'd have to chop down to write them all down ain't worth deforestation,
No, well, and that's exactly it. And they're just ridiculous. As far as these things go. And yes, they did bring back their morality police.
Oh yeah.
I guess, and they're rougher than ever from what I understand.
Yeah.
It's really bad still. So.
Yeah, so over the next couple of days and whatnot, as we're bringing you more of what's going on in the world, at least how we see it, we'll keep you up on this. But as it stands right now, concrete news out of there isn't always 100% and on time and reliable. So all we know is they did a roundup, and I don't even have numbers to share. But it's Iran, so I'm sure it sucks.
It's a pity that there was no one keeping an eye on the morality police. Actually, like an ombudsman to make sure that their morality policing work is, up to moral standards. To everybody else, that is. Not just them.
Yeah.
Bunch of arseholes.
Exactly. Before we go on, I just want to grab the super chat really quick. It's from Yvonne Way for 5 Swedish francs. She's got a cute little puppy dog, and he looks like he's sparring. It's really cute. So thank you very much. Looks like a Shiba Inu. Thank you for your support.
I love that one. Yeah.
Isn't that cute? Cute little paws.
Yeah. Here, let me. He's doing a little boom, boom, boom. I always act them out, right? People are expecting it now.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you. Once again, Yvonne, because it's not like that's the first one from yourself either. Let's see, where are we going now? We've got Amy's next one.
Yes, please. We could pop that up for me, please. That would be brilliant. Let me get the.
And y'all knew this was coming, didn't you?
Oh, absolutely, we do.
Never heard of him.
You know, his death came as no surprise, but the length of time between when he had the mutiny and when he actually did pass was considering, you know, yeah, that was the only surprise, is the length of time.
Yeah, exactly. I'm surprised it took so long to take this motherfucker out. Oh yeah, we're not supposed to be. Oh yeah, sorry. Okay. Out.
Yeah, whoopsies.
Shoot.
But yes.
There's this picture. It says, "Could I have 2 cornetos, please?"
And I'm sure that there will be conspiracy theories swirling around this as time goes on as well, because this just happened yesterday.
There already are, Amy.
Well, yeah, they are. I haven't dared look yet. You know, I think that's probably for the more in-depth show tomorrow. But tomorrow, I know I'm so excited about Trump. So this is good. So Wagner chief Yevgeny Prigozhin is presumed dead after Russia plane crash. Yeah, he was on the passenger list of a jet which crashed in Russia, killing all 10 people on board, Russia's Civil Aviation Authority says. A social media linked to the Wagner mercenary group says his private plane was shot down by Russian air defenses. Prigozhin died as a result of actions of traitors to Russia, the Gray Zone Telegram channel posted. Prigozhin led an aborted mutiny against Russia's armed forces in June. So for him to last from June to August is quite impressive, to be honest.
Yeah. He beat the odds already, right?
Yes, exactly. He already did. But surprisingly enough is what didn't happen. He wasn't poisoned. He wasn't, dosed with radiation, and he wasn't shoved out a window.
Well, to be fair, he did fall out of a very, very high window.
Yeah. I was going to say they didn't take the fall out of it. They just, changed from window to downing the plane.
Over.
Yeah.
Yeah. They like dropping people, or they like to see people get smushed. I don't know what that is. It must be a fetish of theirs or something. There is a couple interesting paragraphs here. It says, however, some experts in Russia and abroad suggest the revolt was staged, and Prigozhin abandoned his quote-unquote justice march on Moscow under direct orders from President Vladimir Putin. Wednesday's crash in the Tver region, the northwest of the capital Moscow, comes on the same day that senior Russian General Sergei Surovikin was reportedly sacked as Air Force chief. So there's some interesting things going on there too as well. So,
oh yeah,
yes,
yeah. You be fired, you be dead.
Exactly. Well, it does say General Surovikin was known to have good relations with Prigozhin and had not been seen in public since the mutiny. So he's probably already been shoved out a window or dropped from a plane or otherwise bonked on the head. So, it's
yeah.
So we have all of these things as well. So should be interesting. It's almost like a soap opera, this stuff. It's like those novels I used to like to read, those thrillers about espionage and things like that.
Well, one of the interesting things is, normally, you'd have something like from the Kremlin going, "Oh, this is a terrible accident. Oh dear, what a terrible shit." No, they haven't even suggested it was an accident in any shape or form. It's
Yeah, he's dead. Yeah, plane crashed. Yeah.
We did it.
Oh, speaking of which, though, let me switch this just a bit here. So, a top Russian general who vanished after the Wagner rebellion was just fired as the head of aerospace forces for that whole debacle of them crashing their probe into the moon. And, yeah. So, right from...
Perfect.
Yeah, right from the get-go, y'all can't do anything fucking right, can you? Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, I got to remember that button. Okay. But
I love it.
Yeah, and look at this guy. Like, if there was ever somebody that looked like a rocket scientist, it's this barroom brawler. Come on.
He looks like a happy man in that picture.
He looks like the kind of man you hire to be a condom tester, and you just stretch them over his fucking head and stuff him into the back end of a horse. Oh, it worked, you know?
Exactly. I love it. BME, did you see BME in the chat says Mr. Spudface?
Yeah, it's Mr. Potato Head. Yeah, except like the really evil brother, you know?
I thought it was Uncle Fester.
Oh, perfect. We need that gif with him lighting up the light bulb. Yeah. Oh my God, it's the vodka.
Yeah. So, the moral of this story is if you take a high level position in Russia right now, the odds of you getting fired are high. The odds of you getting thrown from up high are as well high. You know?
Exactly. So run while you can if you want. If you don't want to be
run away, or learn
dropped
to
on your
fly, grow wings.
Exactly, because he's going to be dropped on that potato head if he's not careful. I know. Oh my goodness.
And this guy's second in command was toasted in that plane as well. And as Jean-Marc Paganel says, his neo-Nazi second in command. So yeah, that's a statement because Jean-Marc doesn't usually talk of people in such a way. Yeah.
Exactly. So that should tell you something right there. You know, it's
wow. So long. Thanks for all the fish. I mean, you know.
Exactly.
Why don't we turn to DK now for his next one here? Or Dunk,
Oh no,
sorry. Yeah.
no! I think we should. Well, you should go to Amy for the moon landing.
Ooh.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's
Somebody
somebody.
somebody who did it right. Yeah, okay, good idea.
Exactly. I love this. This is so cool. So we've got the Chandrayaan-3. The India lands the rover. Pragyan takes a walk on the moon. It's so exciting. It's with the Chandrayaan program, and they stuck the landing, and it was brilliant.
Yeah.
And so they're now going to be studying the South Pole on the moon, and it is so cool.
They're the first ones to ever land in the South Pole too. Like this is India. No offense to anybody, but they're not exactly known for their, lightningly advanced space program. But they just stuffed it straight up Russia's ass, man.
That's actually the translation for Chandrayaan. If you look it up, it goes up yours, Russia.
Yes, but it's brilliant, and you can see the picture here. I love it. I've always loved the moon. I've always just thought it was just so cool, and to be able to get pictures back from it like this on the South Pole, no less. So they're going to be studying that for a while.
Nah, looks fake.
Who was it that did it again? Stanley Kubrick.
Yeah, he did this one again. Yeah, he's not dead.
Exactly.
He's just doing Bollywood movies now.
Yeah. He just moved to India. It does. Oh my gosh, some of the ancient buildings in India look so gorgeous. I would love to see them someday too.
You're digressing.
Yes, I am sorry. India's moon rover has taken first steps on the lunar surface a day after the country made history by becoming the first to land near the South Pole. Chandrayaan-3's rover ramped down from the lander, and India took a walk on the moon, the space agency said. The Vikram lander successfully touched down as planned on Wednesday evening. With this, India joins an elite club of countries to achieve a soft landing on the moon after the U.S., the former Soviet Union, and China.
Yeah, I say we give them a huge congratulations because that is a real sign of catching up. Like, they just smoked Russia, man. It's amazing. I love it. Way to go, guys. Awesome.
I know.
Giant steps are what we take, walking on the moon.
That was awesome.
That was brilliant.
Oh my God, you don't even need to be drunk. We're actually that funny, fellow babies.
Exactly.
But it helps.
It does.
Helps me.
The 26-kilogram rover called Pragyan, which is a Sanskrit word, I love this, for wisdom, was carried to the moon in the Vikram lander's belly. I just love that. It's called Wisdom. That's brilliant. I'm so excited. After the dust raised by last evening's landing had settled, panels on one side of Vikram opened to deploy a ramp to enable Pragyan to slide down to the lunar surface. It will now roam around the rocks and craters, gathering crucial data and images to be sent back to Earth for analysis. Yay!
Awesome.
I love it. And it's
Awesome.
called Wisdom. That's
Oh, cool. So it can be removed like a tooth when you're done.
hopefully not as painfully, though.
Oh, no doubt. Oh,
Exactly.
but yeah, well done, guys. That's awesome. I'm
It's
impressed.
brilliant.
Yeah,
I'm happy with that. I can't wait to see more pictures and
yeah.
see what the data looks like. It's gonna be
And
fun.
let's keep the space theme going, Dunk, because this is a great way to wrap it up. It's kind of more on the Russian side, but you know.
Yeah, there was some European Space Agency had picked out a lovely piece of space junk they were going to target for removal in future space debris cleanup. And it's been whacked by another piece of stray kit, thereby increasing the amount of trash in orbit around the Earth. Well done, guys. An 112 kilogram rocket part named blah blah blah. This, that, and the other did stuff. Yeah. It got smacked. It got smacked. By,
Sorry, but
now this is the bit I like. The newly splintered parts of Vespa were detected by the United States 18th Space Defense Squadron. They made that up. You know what? The United States 18th Space Squadron or Space Defense Squadron. We just call him Jim. You know?
yeah. And sometimes his brother Mark.
Yeah, on a Sunday. But yeah. Yeah. What else can we say about that? Yeah, well done, guys. You smacked a piece of junk into another piece of junk. Brilliant. Excellent.
Hey.
Well, actually,
Yeah,
no, they didn't do it.
I mean-
but, you know, well,
They basically did the equivalent of two guys in a locker room bending over to grab something and kissing their ass cheeks together. That's what you just did.
so, all right, that's enough of space. Bored of that.
You know, I'm not even sure where we're supposed to go now because we just went all over the place.
Well, I'll tell you what. Go to my other one then, quickly.
Okay, yeah, done, ready.
Okay, here we go. The shocking moment lifeguard kicks young man off a 10-meter high dive board after he refused to come down.
Yeah, this is unbelievable. Here, let me get this up, people. Hold on a minute.
Hey!
Yeah, look at this. He just walks up and gives him a fucking bootful.
Yo, get out!
I don't want you.
Get out!
No.
There, take this. Wallop.
Yeah.
Thing is, you don't see him land. You
Yeah.
don't see him land.
No.
Now, if you scroll down the images a little bit,
Yeah.
keep scrolling, scroll. Keep
Look
scrolling.
at that! Look at that! Look at that!
Keep scrolling. Keep scrolling.
Okay.
Keep. Oh, what's it's got all these images. No, look. Now, if you just look at that, just scroll up a little bit. You see the top of the diving board. Now
Yeah.
scroll down.
Yeah.
Ground.
Yeah.
It just
But-
kicked him onto the ground.
I was able to confirm through secret NASA news sources, that it turns out that the victim was kicked by his father-in-law, who had a healthy life insurance policy on him.
and also owned an ex-pub in London, in Britain.
Yeah, very crooked too.
Wonky.
Yeah, wonky. That's it. Wonky,
We call it the Wonky Rubble site now.
Plus, you might want to check too to see if he has any high level jobs in Russia as well, because
Because
he's getting thrown off of something.
Yeah, he was probably thinking, I'm quite safe. There's no window here. Oh, no, you take this. Boop.
Yeah. If you're not in Russia and you're not near a window, you shouldn't be scared of heights, right? Well, fellow babies, we're coming up on the time limit here because, as you know, the 42 show is 35 minutes long. How did we end up with that? But I learned something today that 35 minutes is hard to stick to, and you got to talk quick. What do you think, Amy?
Very good. And Trump just touched down in Georgia, so pretty soon we'll have mugshots for tomorrow. Woohoo!
Oh, yeah. Dunk, what do you think?
Yeah, did Trump touch down on an aeroplane, or was he shot down by Russian rockets?
His airplane actually made it.
Oh, wow. Hashtag mugshot, fellow babies. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Good night.